We're going live. We'll do it live. We're live. We're live. Here we are. Girl, I don't even know what to talk about. This is very unprepared. This is very off the cuff. This is probably this will probably be hopefully the start of maybe a follow-up. I'm thinking like I'm already like I'm on to the next thing. Um this is very off of what I usually do, but every now and then a thing happens, something goes wrong that I feel like I need to talk about. I need to share, I need to have on here. And that's where you get these weird little titles, you know. Let's talk about the tarot community series. We're going to talk about it. These should not be happening on my channel. Most of this has happened. Hello everyone, by the way. Most of this has happened due to after watching Tom Benjamin's Instagram live feed. I just watched it right now. Like this is like I'm fresh off of the experience of going through that, and I have to say, truths were said. Truths were said. Things that he was saying, I'm like, I've been feeling that like for a while now. And definitely like a lesson that even I still have to learn here was like, never meet your heroes. Be careful who you look up to. And I've said this many times, and I've said this many times before about the tarot world and about the tarot community, whatever the fuck that is that, you know, you can't, is that you can't be putting people on pedestals. And if you do, you got to really know what's going on with that, you know. You know what I mean, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't even know. Hopefully Y comes on and we can have a little more of a back and forth, and you know, because I feel like this is something that I can't talk about by myself. So yeah, hello Shane, and hello Abhishek Tyagi. If I butcher, I'm pretty sure I butchered that. So yeah, it's 10:36 for me, so it's late at night. I'm just like recharged from a nap I took a little while ago, like right before Y went live. I woke up from a nap that I took, like a 2 or 3 hour nap, and I'm like, my arm is sore from the vaccine, you know, and I'm, you know, and my sister is going into labor right now, so I'm like, I have nothing better to do. So this is oh my gosh, interesting topic of choice to start my morning. I mean, yeah, I mean, so again, I've always kind of been about that, you know, no hierarchy type of life. And it's like, when we have that hierarchy, who are we putting at the top? Who are we listening to? Who are we, you know, looking up to? And you know, and I think we always have to put a huge asterisk or disclaimer within anyone that, you know, is in this hierarchy. Yeah, thank you, Wayward Son. It's I'm a little off focus. I'm running on an almond powdered sugar Danish thing and coffee, so I, you know, so let's see. Let's see how this goes. I've seen it here, and I've seen it through like anyways, this I don't know. I don't think I'll have to help her with I don't think I'll have to help her with her baby. Hopefully not. We'll see. But it's a boy. He's going to be an Aries. I'm so excited. Finally, another one. But that's neither here nor there. That was the best thing in that. It really was. I really do. I really do. Greg, right? Is that your name? I should get some food, but I don't want to make myself anything. I'm too high strung. I don't. My appetite is evading me. He said some very true things. It's like, it's a, you know, about one of the things that he pointed out you know, Abish, let me hold on. First of all, anybody that's here for readings, away. I'm not doing readings. You may hear shuffling of cards, but I'm not going to be doing readings. uh, I'm out of the tarot community loop, staying at a distance and doing more art and organizing my tarot stuff. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. You see, and that's a different role in that idea of like having, because he you know, this is kind of like a weird video response to Tom Benjamin's rant. You know, and this is my first reactions off of it. You know, he brings up a lot of things. One, the Simon and Schuster distribution, publication of these books, the oh my gosh, the Toledo 13-year-old boy that was murdered, you know, that, you know, and you know, the tarot hierarchy, the you know, and it's like, how does these bigger things, you know, it kind of, we always, I always like to try and bring it back to the tarot and the spiritual community, you know, because it's like, we do have a role in this. We're not that disconnected from the world itself, because you know, we're all humans. You know, we're all part of this shit. And if you think it doesn't affect you, it does. And if you think you don't have a role in it, you do. Even in this small tarot divination niche. Okay. I didn't watch the video. I, you know, like of the Toledo boy. I would, I don't know how if I could even handle that, if I could even, you know, process that. I'm like, when I'm ready, I'll probably watch it, because I feel like I need to, in a way, but I don't think I'm there yet right now. Definitely not in this state. But yeah, it's because like I was like, I saw it and I saw like what was happening, and I saw when I first heard of the Toledo, you know, boy shooting, I heard, oh, he was armed, oh, he was at night. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit suspicious. Okay, that's kind of okay, but it's like, but like, pero like, you know, there's a lot of like, but like, and I just like waited, you know, and then of course the body cam shows up, and then he has his arms up, and then he gets shot, and it's like, okay, that's what we're talking about. That sounds more plausible. But again, this is coming from someone who didn't watch the whole thing. But point is, it's a 13-year-old boy. It's like, what, like you and you guys are supposedly trained police officers, and you guys can't handle a 13-year-old boy. I'm anyways, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go back to this hierarchy thing. Let's go back to this tarot mafia. Where did this thing even come from? Where did this tarot mafia term come from? Who coined that? Who threw that out there? Who put that out there? Who out here is saying there's a tarot mafia? It's giving me the same vibe that a troll sent to another smaller channel, saying that, you know, and this is like a joke that Rachel Days has been like saying, you know, the hashtag Tiger Nation, clickbait. It is. The hashtag Tiger Nation that I have. I'm like, girl, look at me. I barely got 11 viewers. Where's my where's my nation? You know, it's weird that that's being put out there. So I'm like, is it from a troll that's saying this stuff, that's putting this out there? Is it someone in the community that's like viewing this stuff? But I will say there are like certain people, certain groups that it's what is mine then? Hold on, I'll get to yours right now. There are certain channels, and there are people who have these very loyal followings. Oh, Cusp Gang. Okay. I like that. I like that. That sounds cool. It's, you know, it's not like outwardly spoken of, but there is a sort of, there are channels out there that do have a hierarchy. Like, it's an unspoken hierarchy. You have the main big channel, and then you have the smaller, a smaller group of bigger channels under him, and then it's a pretty much a good pyramid going on there. So yeah. And if you do want to try, and a lot of us are like have this like little voice in the back of my head, like, oh, what if I get more subscribers, and if I can get to the higher rank and get into the higher step of the pyramid. And it's like there, you don't have to build a pyramid. Build your own little temple, do your own thing. You don't have to be in that pyramid of channels and Instagram accounts or whatever to really have anything valid to say in the tarot world, because it's like it's a niche, it's a bubble. Honestly, I have a feeling that that it's gonna burst, this bubble, and eventually tarot is gonna go back into the underground. Lots of decks are gonna go out of print because no one's gonna care about it anymore. I don't know when that'll happen, if it'll happen. I don't know. I hope it keeps getting bigger and bigger, you know. So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, a pyramid scam. What are they called? MLM, right? Multi-level media or something. I can't remember. But yeah, pyramid scam. It's essentially like a social media pyramid scam. It's like, no, just do your own thing. Don't feel like you have to be in good terms with other channels to do your own thing. You know, if you want the big numbers, and you want the big channel numbers and all that, and you want the viewers, and you want the promotions, and you want the sponsorships, good for you. Get the coin, get that bag, Let's see. I want to know your thoughts about him calling out this particular person for their defense of Simon and Schuster, as well as their remarks toward Tom's, but not naming them. I'm not a big fan of, like the shadiness and that, but I do see why, because let me tell you, the tarot community, y'all can be real fucking stupid. Like, like I can be like that too, where we assume, we take this thing, we don't do much more research until like the other side of the, and like really like taking our time and making a good thought out, well-versed response. Like this right now, this isn't a really well-versed, thought out response that I'm making to Tom Benjamin's rant. If you want the big gasp. So it's like, I can see why he doesn't want to name or call out or whatever. And it's like, on me, on my part, it's like, kind of just say who you're talking about, because it's like, it's one thing to name a channel and to name and shame, and or to name a person, and name and shame them, for them to be held accountable. But then it's also one thing to name and unintentionally send a lot of hate and a lot of essentially like really nasty responses that aren't really going to get us anywhere for that person to learn and to change and to learn from their mistakes. It's like, no, that's not what we're going for. What we're, that's not going to get us anywhere. It's just going to cause that person to get hurt, and then for them to in turn become more angry and to respond in the wrong way. Like, look at Sia with her, with her movie, Music. That's the movie's name, and how the autism community there responded to that, and how, like, and all the fucked up shit that was in that movie. Sort of like that, I don't know if Sia learned her lesson. But I don't know. That's Sia's business, Didn't know we had a name. I don't think he didn't name a name. Our agenda is sassiness, Marielle Terra, and giving relationship advice. Dump that boy. Yeah. What is this? I got the impression that he was talking about one of the authors. That's what I'm thinking. I'm feeling like maybe he was. He said that it was like on his channel, talking back and forth. I'm like, is there like in the comment section, or like what's going on here? Yeah, people always talk about the gatekeepers, and it's like, okay, I don't want to hold people back from learning the tarot or talking about the tarot, but let me tell you, I made a post a little while ago, and I was like, who the hell is out here telling people the wrong information about the term divine masculine and divine feminine? This is like the second time, my last live readings that I did, someone said, so-and-so is my divine masculine. I'm like, wait, what? huh? I'm like, I don't think you I don't think you understand what that term means. I like went through a thing. And even then I'm like, am I right? Am I right? And is this really correct? And I'm like, no, I know for a fact that that's not the right way to use the term divine masculine, divine feminine. It's But anyways, so like gatekeeping, it's really like, okay, you're not ready for this. Maybe come back to it later. You know, there should have been moments where I should have been gate kept from certain things. Okay, especially with like, you know, like exhibit A. But if I didn't learn this, I wouldn't know the tarot as I know it today. I would probably be with, you know, the Rider-Waite Smith and be like, I'd probably be with this and be like, this is the true way and this is the best way and this is all that. And it's like, no, Marielle instilled that idea of that openness and that, you know, tarot can take its many, many forms within this very simple at its core concept of number and elements interplaying together. So yeah. Why are you here? Are you here? Why? Are you here with your cusp gang? Who else is here that I can have on here? I want to have, I kind of want to have a few other people on here and chat with people. Okay, okay. Saw the post with comments that got him on the rant. I can see where he's coming from. I will say, it's like let me clarify if I haven't. Like I do agree with, like I agree, yeah, like 100, like 99.9% with what Tom B live right here, or do you want to just be in the chat? Or are you done with the live stream? Hello, Debbie. Yeah, I do agree with the majority of what he said in that rant. You know, being a rant. You know, like, bro, messy, but was he lying? Did he lie? No, he is speaking facts. He said he is making a lot of like, I'm like points out. I'm like, now we say it. You know, well, I'm eating mukbang. Let's do it. I'm just kidding. So who know? I'll have to see. I want to see. I kind of want to see. Let me look it up. Someone send it to me. Someone send me the screenshots. I it's yeah, I don't know. Should I name the people he had a beef with? I wouldn't say he had a beef with. More, well, I don't know, because saying like, oh, they have beef, it's kind of on the internet, it kind of feels like it lessens the severity of what's actually going on. But I mean, if it's on public, if it's out in public and the comments are there and everybody can look this up, I mean, like, why not we just talk about it? I'm like, I have an idea as to who it could be, but I doubt it. If it was an open chat, there's no reason not to. Be brave. Yes, spill. Let me see. Is it on like a post or something? Arwen and Melissa Sonova. Really? Huh. Interesting. Why is Melissa Sonova so familiar? Do I have a book of hers? You see, I'm like, you see, Arwen should have just stayed there and eat her food and listened a little bit more and like maybe took in a bit more. And because again, at the end of the day, these big publishers, these big companies, they don't need defending. They really don't. Kitchen table terror. Okay. Girl, mama. I don't even know what I'm saying. It. Okay. Wow. Like I said, it's like, never meet your hero. Never meet your heroes. And never. I think they did the post. Oh, well, oops. Only now after. I'm like Melissa Sino. I'm like, is it like? Okay, so. Okay. Girl. I wish I could talk about different decks and all that, Debbie, but I'm on like a whole different topic right now. The L key creator. What? Who? What? What's that one? Is that also Melissa or is that Arwen? Well, anyways, so it's true. It's like, and I'm not sure if well, a friend of mine has also talked about this quite a bit, and it's like, this is what happens. Okay. Melissa stepped in to defend Arwen. Okay. I guess I'm lucky most of the authors I read are long dead. It's like, yeah, they're problematic because of the time they're in, but also like they're dead. So it's like, what can we do about it other than like say like, okay, yeah, he had these views, but he also had these views. And it's like, we have to kind of learn that with tarot authors as well and other tarot authors. It's we can't again, it's like this hierarchy. It's like, oh, they're published, oh, they made a deck, they're infallible, they have, it's like, no, it's like they're human, they're still learning even in their old age, if they are old, it's yeah. I'm not going to speak on like Arwen's attitude from what I've heard and what I've interacted with her on. Exactly. Hello, Kale Sunflower. So yeah, and she probably would be because she is a very big in the tarot publishing sphere. She was, let me tell you, before there were any other reviewers out there, I think she was doing not lives. I think she was doing deck reviews like a little bit before even Truth and Story, which Truth and Story is I'm going to consider my break into watching deck reviews and getting into the tarot world. Arwen was definitely an influence there, and so, but yeah, she would get decks for reviews. She'd get books for reviews. She's a published author, I believe, in some in all that, and so I can see why she has that. But again, it's she so I can see why she's defending her, a big publishing company. But again, it's like, you don't need to. But and this is why, like, a part of me was like, oh, I wish I could get decks for reviews, because free decks, let's be honest. And it's and then I go back and I think, okay, if I get these decks, I have to essentially be promoting them. I can't be reviewing them and talking about them honestly, because let me tell you, there are some decks that I just see and I'm like, if I got that in my mail, I would be like, this is trash. Take that comment off your wait. Oh, wait, what are you talking about? So yeah, yes, you can, though, just like Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is I mean, I'm not sure. I feel like there would be well, yeah, I don't know. It depends on the contract, I guess, some people have, unless they have a contract. I don't know. Well, yeah, absolutely. Everybody does that. You look them up and you watch reviews, or you look at, and it's like, who's reviewing them, whose opinions are being influenced into their, Tell Raven Tarot. Kind of, not really. I mean, it's kind of like just the like, here's what's going on. Yeah, it's like, is it, so I just wasn't sure if I were to get like free decks or whatever for promotion, was it for promotion or was it for review? And it's like, not yet. Hopeful Soul, can't you watch aren't you following her on Instagram, or do you not have Instagram? Hopeful Soul, I highly recommend you check out the Kickstarter. I think the Kickstarter has the updates for people that even aren't backers. You can get the updates on there. It's not out yet, June, July, I think she said. Promoting these things they got for free with no critical view. Yeah, it's sort of like that, but I don't think she's ever, I mean, I don't know. Tell it how it is. Yeah, exactly. Not following. Thanks for the. Yeah, I recommend you go to the Kickstarter or you sign up for her emailing list. That'll be that because yeah, she has updates every now and then about it, but it's slowly as it goes. She's almost done with the book and all that. So anyways, there we go, going off topic. So it's so yeah, where else? What am I going with this? Where am I going? Give me something else to go off of, because I'm now I think I've said everything I needed to say. I don't know, because I've been let me just reiterate. There is a terror hierarchy, and gatekeeping, I feel like, let me get this. There we go. Gatekeeping is kind of needed. I don't know. I really have to have a separate chat about gatekeeping itself. And it's like I said, I feel like there's a part of it that needs it, because there's some people that there's some people that aren't really ready for what they're trying to do. I don't know. This is a struggle with like self-study and going into things on your own. There are things that you're like, okay, I'm not there yet. If I read like Meditations on the Tarot 2 years ago, I would not have got it. I would not have understood it. I would have been like, why is there barely any mention to tarot? What's going on here? What is this about? If I read it now that I read it like last year, and I read through a majority of it, I still need to finish it because I can't finish a book to save my life, I guess. It's I would not have I now understand what that book is about and what it's teaching, and it's actually a really, really, really good book that I recommend for anyone who is ready to go into Christian Hermeticism, not the tarot. He's done being nice and he's going to be fine. He is, and it's like I like this passionate Tom B, I will say. I thought the town hall was nice, but too PC. People need to be more honest with their feelings without fear of retaliation. I have a lot of thoughts on the town halls that they have. I like listening to them. I like watching them. They're really, I think they're needed. I think there is something there that I think is starting to evolve and show up. But what they started as, it isn't what it is kind of now. I can kind of feel it kind of going off into something else. Just my perspective looking into it. I wish I was comfortable enough to join in on those conversations and join in on that chat, but to me, I feel like the town halls are a bit bloated. I think they need to have I think they need to have a little bit more focus on as to what is being talked about. But other than that, I hope they keep coming. I hope eventually maybe I can get invited onto one and I can, share my thoughts on it. Well, I've been invited onto them, I should say. But I hopefully eventually I can feel comfortable to go on to one of them and finally go on there. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Don't email me asking for an invitation. Don't email me inviting me if anybody watches from the town hall. Not yet. Who are the Mafia? Exactly. Who's saying that they're a part? Who? Where are they? Who are they? What are they doing? Like, why are they, like, what? Who? I would like to know. I want to know. But it's kind of like, but that's kind of the point of the Mafia. You don't know who's in it, but you kind of know who's in it. I don't know. And we talked about this before. Tarot cult, honey. I don't know. Let's see. You can't run if you can't walk, and that's not gay. There you go. There you go. Let's see, what's this? Respect is a powerful thing. If you are sincere, if you are a sincere gatekeeper, it will make you it will make you isolated. There are people who make money on the back of end of reviewing a tarot deck. I'd be seeing people already getting sponsorships for tarot decks, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I feel like there are some things, like I will say one criticism on here. Anybody that's in the town hall, please take this to heart. Please focus down those questions. Simplify those questions a little bit, step by step, step by step. You're not going to solve it in one town hall. Expect these to keep coming in the future. Like I said, I'm excited for the next. What is it in the next month? I don't know. Uh, and I am looking forward to Tom's new book. I really am. I am as well. That is for sure on the wish list because I loved Tarot on Earth. Again, it's one of those books. A lot of the books that I'm reading now and I'm getting into now, I'm like, I wish I had this before. I keep saying, I wish I went into it now before instead of just buying a bunch of decks, you know? The current one's the only one that I've watched. I highly recommend you look back and see how the town hall has evolved. Let's see. I get confused by people who have only been learning for a year and jump into trying to be professional. Are you ready to take the responsibility for reading for others who may not be ready for it? And it's like you're going to be surprised at the type of questions that you're going to get from doing readings. Even these like minimal, like it's like constant monotonous type of questions as well, but you're going to get a good mixed bag and you're going to get a lot of shit that you may not be ready for yourself, other than, you know. And so you got to like learn, and it really is about communicating with people and knowing how to properly empathize with people and knowing how to properly, you know, like, you know, tell them the message that they need to hear and make sure that they're like learning it. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but for sure, it's like, I think it was, and I've been the one, like, it was like 2 years, I think I was learning, studying, maybe, I'm not sure. Right? It was like two years about. And then I just jumped into doing live readings to do practice because I'm like, I can't practice on the people around me in real life. I'm going to go online and I'm going to practice on here. I'm going to do what I can to reach and start getting onto there. Now I think I'm on the next level. I think. Let's see. Same as the gay mafia. What is that? Who's in that? You're not overbearing, so maybe you would bring balance to a town hall. Like, but that's just it. I'm not sure if I'd even have a chance to clearly speak. I'm very much the person that likes to take a step back. You know, if you'll notice it a bit with I know I'm noticing. I'm not sure if I'm projecting, maybe not. I don't know. But when I'm like with Y, I usually kind of like let Y take the front stage, you know, and I'm like, I let him, and I like kind of like, I'm more like the supporting. I'm more like the background dancer. You know, I usually don't like to try and step in front or interrupt. You know, I don't like that. You know, so it's you know, that's why I'm not overbearing, I guess. Let's see. I've been blocked by so many people in the tarot community because I say what I really think. Oh well. And Tom B talks about that. It's like there's no opinions. There's no fucking opinions. There's no differences of opinions because they're not comfortable with like admitting to themselves that they may have like, you know, problematic opinions, which it's like we got to work through them, you know? It's like what, I don't know. I'm like, the chat is moving so fast, but it's true. It's like, again, it's like I have my opinions. Put simply, it's like tarot decks, you know? I see a deck, people are like raving and like shitting their pants over, and I'm like, I don't get it. And then and then there's decks like I'm like, oh my god, White Newman, and then like Shane over here is like, I just don't get it. I'm disappointed that you even like that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's doing something. It's doing something. I don't know what, but there's like more to it, and it's like, so yeah. They'll cancel you quickly if you say something they don't agree with. But yeah, it's like they aren't really open with their opinions and really set in like expressing those opinions. so when you do something that's not right or problematic, they suddenly like you're out of here, you're canceled, you're not, or it canceled. They don't. It's yeah. Uh, yeah. How does tarot gatekeeping work though? You can't enforce it. It's fucking weird. I don't know. It's impossible to do because again, and this is one of the hardest things about learning the tarot is that there's so many different ways to learn it and there's so many different ways to approach it. And there's many different ways to read it. There's no instilled right or wrong way to read it. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Though be prepared for the consequences, I've been learning for over 2 years now. People have suggested I go pro and start charging, but I don't feel ready to know enough. Yet newbies jump straight in. Not to say there aren't any good newbies. I feel the same way. Like I tried going like I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of doing the free readings. I wanted it like way back, a little bit backer. And now I'm like, okay, I got to do something. I got to limit my free reading time. I think I think what I might do, because I really did like this deck that I got. I was like, I want to do it. I said I wasn't going to do that many free readings anymore, but I have to read with this deck. I have to do some readings with it. I want to use it. I want to practice with it. And I got it and I read with it. And it was like I think only like 2 or 3 readings I didn't use it on in the last live reading I did. And it's hello. But moving on from that, that's totally off topic, but it's you have to it's hopefully those newbies don't get like don't get bad. Hopefully those readings don't backfire on them, because I've seen some shit. I want to start hopefully now that vaccines rolling out, social distancing is kind of like easing up a bit now. Hopefully I can like start doing more in-person stuff. Hopefully I can do more one-on-one instead of like this responding to chat. It's like no, I really do need to get in touch and be with face to face, one-on-one with a person, because I feel like I'm like there's some things that I'm like, okay, I'm trying to tell you something, I'm not sure if you're getting it. Your chat, you can't really respond and clearly communicate back to me. So it's like I really need. I think that back and forth is really needed in my readings. Another thing is that, and this goes back to the town hall, a lot of readers, how many of them have gotten readings for themselves from other readers? I haven't gotten that many readings. I really don't. I don't feel like I need to, but I'm like, you know what? It's very true. That's a good way to gauge how well is like having it done to you for yourself, so you can be in those shoes of a person getting a reading as well. Yeah, pop culture tarot is becoming more and more prevalent. Yeah, it's you see it with like there's like the Dior tarot. I'm still looking for it. I don't know where it is, but I want it. Who else? There's another one. I saw a thing like I think it's like the Financial Times. I can't remember what newspaper, but I had to pay for it to read the article. But I wanted to read it, but I had to pay for it. I'm like, I ain't gonna pay for that. I'm gonna let's see. Hopefully someone reads it and like does a video on it. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely growing. But I mentioned earlier before, I have a slight feeling that the bubble might burst and people are going to revert back away from tarot, because there was a time, it's like 70s, 60s to the 80s, where tarot was pretty prevalent, and then it kind of like and was popping off. I feel this is just a projection. This is onto the past. It probably isn't accurate at all, but there he goes. That happened, and then like 90s, 2000s to 2010, that's when it settled down, and then 2015 happened, and 2016 happened. And then we're now in the renaissance of tarot and astrology and woo woo that we are now. Let's see. I'm confused by those two, and who actually teaches, right? I mean, like again, it's like there's some people that like I like the advice that they give on tarot, and like some of it you can get on YouTube, and it's like this is pretty good. So yeah, more emphasis on pretty decks than digesting spiritual material. exactly. Which is why I'm liking the Newman tarot, but I'm like, again, it's like there are things in here. I'm like, I wish some of the ideas were more fully fleshed out, and there were things I wish there was like the direction was taking a little bit different, and like the idea of the Newman and the use of the Newman and what the Newman represents as the spirit in this deck. You know, I'm like, because again, it's again, yeah, it's yeah. I'm not. um, let's see. It's okay. I don't miss the people who have canceled me. People who matter are still around. There you go. Um, and I did a I think for Allie. I think she's been on here. There was a time I did an emailed reading, and I'm like, I really like this written format. I feel like I could really like go. That's where I can comfortably, expand on the reading even more, and take my time with it. Because that's one of the feelings that's one of the issues I feel like I have, a problem that I feel like I have. I feel like I gotta go the next reading, quick, quick, quick. Uh, oh yeah, with gender and spiritual, I feel like I'm like, what's not clicking? Like I'm like, it's like gender fluidity is like so prevalent in a lot of these spiritual ideas and a lot of these things. It's like it weirds me out when I do hear that there's transphobia, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh my god, there's so many chats, there's so many comments. Yeah, live reading, it takes a different mentality, and I'm like, I'm getting exhausted. Oh, okay, Igor. Hello, Esoteric Mystic and Books. Love that little deck that you showed, the little Forest Fae deck. That one's been like showing up here and there on Instagram. I'm like, I like it. I want it. Because the little Fae, they look so interesting, the small cards. And I'm like, I rarely go for Oracle decks like that. Let's see. Like I just made a video on anti-Semitism and moderated comments heavily because the topic was, oh my God. Oh my God, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I was like getting some like conspiracy theory shit into my chat, and I'm like, it's like as fun as those are, that shit is so riddled with anti-Semitism. I'm like, not gonna allow it. Don't bring that shit on here. Not no, and it goes with like my study of like that touches on like how I'm interested in Hermetic Kabbalah, and it's like it's a whole thing there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Ooh. You should be. No. I'd be like, I'd probably be like, so you're probably feeling like this, or you're gonna notice some things that are going like this. I would, no, 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 no. Does anyone feel like ego corrupts everything? How can you be pursuing spirituality and self-empowerment and be exclusionary and elitist? It's an oxymoron. It's yeah. Um, mm, very true, hopeful soul. It's there's a thing with the ego. Some people, I've seen a comment here and there. It's like there is a time when the ego is necessary, but it's like a lot of the spiritual work is about subduing the ego and taming the ego and destroying the ego in a controlled way. Um, when you're ready for it, you don't just break it apart immediately. Though you gotta take your time with it. Takes a long process to do so, because if you were to do it when you're not prepared for it, it's not good. uh, oh, honey, if you're in the Western world, you're capitalistic. Let's see. When I quit her community trial, I watched her farewell video, which was a massive guilt trip. What? Like, wait, what? Oh, girl. That's how, yeah, no. I don't know. Ooh, girl. Igor, what was that? But yeah, it's like, well, that's the thing. It's like we're this thing can't survive in this economic structure, and it can't be readily available to many people if it weren't capitalistic at times. But on the other hand, it's like, it's like on one hand, these workers and the service providers of the tarot readers and the astrologers and all that have to survive. We got to pay the bills. We got to keep the lights on. We got to pay rent. you know uh we got to put food on the table. We can't be doing this for free all the time. you know um but on the other hand, it's like we got to learn to know that spiritual lessons and spiritual development cannot be, the gatekeeping cannot be based on any ism. The hierarchy can't be, isn't like, like whether that's on any like classism or racism or, or homophobia, sexism, gender, all that. It's like once you do that, you're not really fully teaching that right, healthy spiritual development. Let's see. Again, who's a tarot mafia? Who is it? I hope people can find out. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? Exactly. You may know the generic meaning of the cards, the various combinations and spreads, but do you know how to convey the message, counsel the person, your ethics guideline? Exactly. How can you apply it to a person? It's like, are you regurgitating the meanings, or are you reading the images on the cards, and are you like translating that to how to what the question is presenting? Even if it is just a yes no answer, it's like there's still something more behind that. Why are they worried about that? What's going on behind this concern and all that? So it's like you can't just memorize the little white book and call it a day. You can't just go through all these books and read all these and learn all the meanings and be like, okay, I'm gonna have this set meaning in my mind. I'm like, no, I got to learn to be flexible with this stuff. I've got to learn to know that this is the stuff on my work table. I'm not going to use the same tool on every single craft that I have to do. You gotta know what requires what with what, if that makes sense. Like the Illuminati inside the Illuminati. Was Y really upset about something? I don't know. I'm not sure. Why are you here? Oh no, he's still here. Okay. Why are you there? I do take the center stage though, so I'll back off next time. No. Like that's the thing. That's our dynamic. I'm fine with it. It's good. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. Like that's how it's I'll be looking at that. Let's see. We should also consider just because something is available doesn't mean it is for us, especially monetizing on them. Exactly. Very true. Very true. This is very true. It's like, should I? Yeah. Because it's like, yeah. I'm like thinking about it like I'm looking at the I Ching. I'm looking at, I'm looking at this. Even this, something like this, which is probably like very much like nothing that's like, I'm pretty sure this is made to be as for everyone as possible, but there are things in here, there are faces in here that I'm like, oh, am I even ready to face this deck? I thought, oh, this is interesting. It's from a very popular Oracle deck creator. There's the popularity instilling that, that capitalistic, that money insurance of like, oh, I'm guaranteed, to buy this deck, whatever. Anyways, so there's cards in here that I'm like, oh, whoa, what is this? So it's like, I know that there are things that I'm not ready for. Tarot of the Crone. I'm not going to pull that deck out and read with it because I feel like it's archetypes and forces and representations of things that I'm like, okay, I got to learn to use this at the right time, at the specific time, and for certain things. What that is, it hasn't showed up yet. So it may actually, unfortunately for me, be a thing that I have to move along to someone else. Let's see, how honest should we be in this public platform? I think we should be as well. We should try. Okay, here's the thing. It's really difficult to lie on the internet. I mean, it's very very difficult to lie on the internet, and that's the thing. It's like here, it's like social public accountability is there, you know. Uh, so it's like when you put it out there, it's like what you know what I mean. So you should try to be as honest as possible, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should be spilling everything out and giving everything out and being as open and showing my insides all of a sudden. It's like no, no, no. So yeah. Oh, look at that. The family lineage continues. Children fertility, your endeavor expands as new and innovative ideas are implemented. This card just like a jumper. And I'm like, oh, is baby Jaden? Is baby Jaden? Is the baby born? I'm not sure. Right? It's two weird UFO faces for me. It gives me that vibe too. There are some very like alien faces. I'm like, I don't know. But again, that's something you would have to read into, I guess. Oh, one day, Shane. Let's see, what is this? When is the boiling point? Exactly, when is the point? And even when one reaches the boiling point and want to speak out honestly, they should still get they would still get shot down. It's too much. Yeah, yeah. I think that is interesting that you don't really hear people talk about ethics in tarot beyond maybe a few sentences here and there. There should be books on that. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not even sure if there's are there books on that. I'll have to look at some of them that I have. Like I think like Tarot Wisdom has a section in the back for tarot ethics. I think what I don't think it's here. I think it's over there. It's like Practical Tarot Techniques by Katz and Goodwin. I think they have a bit of ethics on there, but they don't really talk about like diversifying your tarot clientele, I would say. If you have people from different ethnic backgrounds and all that, different cultural backgrounds, like again going back to that town hall, having people like do like past life regressions. Is that how you pronounce it? Like doing past life readings and being to a black person and seeing cotton fields. I'm like, what? Really? I'm like, is this who we are? I'm like, I fucking guess. Absolutely. Let me know when. There's like I do want to expand to different live stream to different people as well. So I wouldn't say no to a live chat with Shane. One that but one I do want to go live with before anything is do another live stream with Tarot Oracle and talk and go live with him. Always next time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But maybe that would be problematic and gatekeeping. What the ethics thing? It's like that's just it. It's like how else? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh. Okay. Okay. Work. Kitchen but again, it's like ethics as in like okay, we talk about I'm pretty sure it's the ethics of like third party readings, medical readings, legal readings, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a few other ones. And for me, it's like reading for the dead because that's something that I'm like, okay, no, we can't do that. It's a limit, it's a boundary. I think that's what it is. Part of ethics is boundaries. And what's a boundary but a gate? And keeping boundaries is, it's like we need them. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, past life is not my thing. Yeah, it's I feel like there's too much. There's not enough of like realism to it. It's like, honey, you're not Cleopatra. Exactly. It's like what? It's like how come a white person can have like royalty, have Cleopatra or other like or be Napoleon or or whatever, and then you do a reading for a Black person, and you see cotton fields, and you see servitude, and you see things, and it's like, okay, that right there is your shadow. And you're obviously not doing shadow work. And there's like some prejudgment, and there's racial bias there that is, that's not being, dealt with and processed and faced, you know. There really does need to be a broader discussion in books on it. Yeah. Oh, there goes my computer. I don't know what my computer's doing right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is my computer really loud in the mic? Because the mic is like right here with the computer. If you hear like a slight fan noise, let me know if it bothers you guys. But yeah. I saw that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to see what I have to. I'm gonna have to see what's in there. I'm gonna have to see, and I'll come back to here. Maybe I'll do it right now. Wonder if you might stick around. Let's see. It also took Callie and Maddox decades to publish a great book after years of content in many forms and availability, instead of doing it after months of being into it. There you go. There it is. Can't hear the computer. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait, what? Narrates her book? Anyways, I'm gonna see this. I think Igor sent me a few. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. What is this? Let me see. Oh. Let me lower the volume on here. Yeah, media. Go down. Calm down. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is the post, and this is the comments here. Oh. Ooh. I mean, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Oh, girl. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they were, like, from what I've seen, they were going to distribute it. From what I saw. All this is giving me acid reflux. It'd be that Mountain Dew you had. There you go. Shane. Take a sip. Mm-hmm. Okay, so far it seems like a good back and forth, and your beef with people who posted that Simon and Schuster were going to publish it. It doesn't matter who does the printing; it matters who elevates the work. That's also true. This is the battle you're choosing to fight. Stop sidestepping with me. I'm not dumb. I see what you chose to post and don't. I see who and what you defend and don't. If that's what you're comfortable with, that's what you're comfortable with. But don't come here and pretend that what you're doing is totally transparent. Let's see. Offered you an opportunity to reconsider your impact of your centering the victimhood of SNS. Simon and Schuster right there. Was I nice? No, but come on, what we were saying and implying, because I know you're not dumb either. Don't consider what I'm saying. You don't have to, but people see. And then Arwen says, no, you shamed and blamed me because you were butthurt because I called your shared graphic out on your post, then posted my own. You were not owning that you posted something because you reacted to it. I get that. Gods know I've done it a lot, but you, Ben, do not get to do this virtue signaling at my expense. Good day. If you feel shame, it's because you're ashamed. Your gaslighting is visible. This is Tom B right here saying this. I've been through it before. You benefit from these publishers, so of course you want to protect them. I have nothing published by SNS, so peddle that lie elsewhere, and your emotional shenanigans as well. Interesting. So again, to me, it's more like, I think it might be Arwen more defending the idea of the big publishers in general, I feel. So yeah. Because that's what's That's honestly where like a lot of her livelihood has been, uh a lot of her content has been based on that. uh Let me see, going on through here, let's see, where's the next one. Okay, but then she posts, yeah, and then I liked this. It's like, okay, so yeah, this is the part that's true. It's like they were just distributing it, but still, it's still like a lot of. I'm pretty sure for this one or to two books so far we only know two books that they were distributing and that they had. How many more that do they have under their distribution or whatever under them is in the same realm of this type of content, you know? How many other racist, bigoted, books are being put out there in this same thing? And it's like, okay, yeah, freedom of the press, I get it, but it's like, honey. Ooh, girl. Mm. Ooh, 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 girl. Let's see. It's more important to you that I be nice in addressing this issue, which is what this post is about, than there be an actual conversation about why it's a problem. I get that you're friends. I've known Aaron for a long time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the Melissa Sanova thing. Okay. Now I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shitty behavior, man. And I get that. It's like it's you when it comes to this type of content. Uh, let's see. Let me check on this first. I haven't read all the comments yet, so let me check on my comment here. It's so interesting how like the internet brings everyone from a global scale together, but yet it seems that there is still this again a small group of people in one country. Yeah, there is a problem with being very. Well, let's be real. Let's call it what it is. It's U.S. centric. Okay, the U.S. plays a very big part in internet culture. I feel, but again, this is my bubble that I'm in here. Uh, and said she blocked him. Ooh, girl. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna continue reading that. But it's like again that part, that being rude and being, it's like it's when you're talking about this type of stuff in any way, shape, or form, we really can't be playing nice anymore because Silicon Valley, USA, yeah. That mentality there, yeah. It's on her Instagram, Esoteric Mystic and Books. Arwen's posts. Right? Northern Hemisphere specific. Yeah. So when we're talking with this stuff about this stuff, it's like here's the thing, and here's an argument that's been made when talking about, racism and all that. It's like we've been polite, we've protested peacefully, and like, well, not me personally, I shouldn't be throwing the we out there, but they've, you know what I mean. You know we've the protests have been peaceful for so long, and even then the protesters and the civil rights people that have fought for that, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, James Baldwin, and all that. Well, James Baldwin wasn't murdered, but Malcolm X and Martin Luther King were, and it's like they were, and it's like all the big revolutionaries, the big voices that the African American, the Black American community has been taken away from them. Uh, you know, so it's like when you tell them be a little nicer, it's like I'll only listen if you're being nice. It's like we were, everyone that was like fighting for this was, and we're still dealing with this shit. Again, Adam Toledo, hands up, got shot and killed. It's like what, like, the lieutenant, the military guy. I should know these names, but it's like him getting pulled over and maced. It's like, what, like, really? It's like, anyway, it's like it's no more, yeah, anyways. Wait, what's that? Hello to my spirit. What is this? Just being a tarot chipa? What? Chepa? A nosy person. Taro chepa? A nosy person. Girl. Being in the chisme, girl. So that's what I'm, it's like, it's like, so yeah, it's like, it's very easy to see Tom Benjamin's rage and going off on this rant as very much like, uh, I just saw a video by Lindsay Ellis about her getting canceled essentially, and her deciding to delete Twitter. It's like an hour-long video, and I highly recommend you guys watch it. It sounds a little bit the same, so I can see how people are perceiving what Tom Benjamin is doing here as the same thing that Twitter users to Lindsay Ellis were doing that to her, and kind of the same thing, it's there, because there's a lot of it, because especially what I think what it is a bit of, because there's a thing going on here. There's a dynamic going on here that maybe is not being pointed out, and that is probably the gender imbalance here. Again, lack of checking privileges, perhaps. Tom Benjamin being a man, and Arwen and Melissa being women. That does kind of possibly lean into the misogyny thing, but it's like, but again, we're not going to do what is it, the privilege Olympics, or like the minority Olympics. I'm not sure what the term is called, but we're not going to do that. But but anyway, but I'm seeing, like, because it's like how people have treated like women online, in the past. It's like, as some would say, it doesn't look good. But it's, again, it's like, I think I think Tom Benjamin is making great points here. I'll just say that. Yeah, exactly, Jezebel. I think to be nicer and get over it. We're overreacting. They just lost their mind over the most trivial things on social media. Example, pronouns. Yeah, it's like with pronouns, it's like definitely like, you just gotta ask. You just ask, and it's like if you're never gonna meet this person and interact with this person through your life, it's like, why are you gonna bother? Though you should learn to accept, that there are people who identify as such. But anyways, with politeness, fuck politeness. My Favorite Murder, they say that a lot. Fuck politeness. Exactly, right here. Because yeah, there are, like, because the battle of the issues faced by people of color in different countries, particularly, it's like, it's still, their white supremacy is still in all these countries, in one way, shape, or form. And yeah, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter is definitely made to it was started, I will say. I think it's kind of starting to spread maybe to other countries, uh, to address the racial injustices. Yeah. All right, bye, Kale. Uh, let's see. So, so, so yeah, there we go. There we go. Did I miss anything? Should I continue? I feel like I should read these comments later and off topic. And like I said, this live stream started off very off the cuff, very this is very reactionary in a way to the rant that Tom Benjamin posted. But again, when let's yeah. And something that I've said years ago, it's like, don't be putting people on pedestals. Don't hold people in high regard. And I still do it. I still see, oh, look at her publishing her deck. Oh, she all the way up there. Oh, look at her. Look at him publishing his deck, his book. I'm like, oh, I wish I was that, I wish I could get to that level. And then you actually interact with them and talk to them and see them interact and see like shit that happens. And it's like, okay, they're human beings. And he talks about that. I think he talks about like influencer and celebrity culture. And I'm going to say that there is a big difference between what a celebrity and an influencer is. A celebrity, well, there are some influencers that are at like the celebrity status, and then there are celebrities that actually do have talent, and all that. But anyways, I think you should. I think whoever is like, I think if anybody wants a good examination of like the feelings and the emotions that's going on in the tarot world in terms of like, and in terms of the publishing world as well, because let's be real, like our contributions as a tarot community in the bigger world is definitely in the publishing and printing world, if it's because cards and books, all that's in this. So it is there, and what he's saying, it's like it definitely is on that as well. It's also talking about like the general like brushing off of a lot of the major bigger problems that are at hand here. So yeah. Everyone is just a person. It's just everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their strengths. You gotta just let people live because they're alive. Because let's be real, none of us asked to be born. Nope. There are some celebrities who have talent. Well, I mean, for a majority, like musicians and musicians, singers, songwriters, all that, and actors and actresses. Actors? I'm gonna say just actors and have the whole gender into that term. All the genders under that term. Because I feel like actor is a very gender neutral term, I feel. Anyways, yeah, influencers have no talent. No, they don't. I mean, they have talent in the term in terms of like their charisma, and they're able to communicate well to a mass majority of people, I guess. But for the most part, in terms of like artistic talent and creative talent, probably not that much. But if they do have an ability to talk to a majority of large masses of people, they should use that. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's an influencer in a way, but he's smart, and but even then there are things that it's like, okay, what do we do? Even he has his flaws at times. But Kim Kardashian is also one, but so it's like weird to like kind of put Neil deGrasse Tyson, Kim Kardashian. Yeah, I reposted it as well. I was like, I saw it, and I saw it was a rant, and I saw that it was, I'm like, am I ready for this? And as you can see me doing this live, I kind of still wasn't. So yeah. Same. When I first started, I was like, there's there's more to it. There's like but again, it's like my taste is changing, my taste is evolving. It's like I don't know. It's a thing that I really have to look back at and be like cringe at and be like, okay, yeah, this is where I came from. This is what I'm doing. Let's see. Some influencers have no talent. I'm gonna say a majority of them do. I'm gonna say a majority of them don't have talent. That's what I meant to say. Me, thank you, talent. Of course, but you're an actor. You do have talent. You do have talent. You're on television. Let's just say that, Um, yeah, the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Ex- So it's like they have the charisma and they have the nerve, but they don't have the uniqueness and the talent because let me tell you, you just got to be attractive and, rich, to be an influencer. Go feed that cat, Jezebel. And Kim K is going, and Kim K is going to law school. So there you go, so she's probably shifting away. So now I'm like, okay, where are they going from here? Yeah, it's like they're just famous for being famous, There's a whole thing on that. I'd recommend you watch the Paris Hilton documentary on that. Well, it doesn't really talk about like why are they like, but it really does go to show like how Paris Hilton was the blueprint for that. Exactly. It's like this is what I'm saying. It's like I take the backstage to let the limelight be on Y a little bit because I know that's what that's his strength there. And I'm like, so that's where it is. If I were to kind of get in the way of that, it's like I can't do what Y does, and Y is really good at being at the majority of the masses of people, I guess, being on the stage and being, in front of people. That's what I'm saying there. And that's what I mean by kind of all that. So yeah. Being pretty is stop relying on that body. Right? He has a Leo sun and a Cancer moon. And those are like astrologically, that's lines up perfectly. Leo rules the sun, Cancer rules the moon, or moon rules. I don't know. But point is, yeah, I'm like, I didn't know he had a Cancer moon, but I knew he was a Leo. I can really tell that Leo-ness right there. So, and he definitely has that. So yeah. Hold on, I think Golden Goatee might be a troll. Let's see. I want to know who. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Who? Let's see. How many tarot influencers do you think can't even read the tarot? And here's the thing. I'd have to get readings from them to judge that. And I haven't. And I don't because I feel like I don't need to, but I might start doing that. Because a lot of the times we see again, I don't know. And it becomes like, okay, here's this reader. I like this, and this about them. I didn't like this, and this, whatever. It's like I'd have to start doing it. I'd have to get into that, and I'd have to see and because then it starts. Because I feel like when you judge a person on how they read, again, it's very unique and it's very personal. So it's like you can get into some hurt feelings there. Let's see. I saw, okay, to my spirit saying, I saw the town hall. Some of it was tough to watch. I thought Queen Osset started this group and ran it. Then there's an Asian guy who keeps changing the subject and tone deaf to anything he doesn't like. I feel like he has, I like the topics that, I can't remember his name, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. But the moderator, he's the moderator on the town hall. I feel like he brings up a lot of good topics, but they're so all over the place. Like I really wanted to hear about like the new age spirituality and the conspiracy theory stuff, but I don't think that's what these people were here for. But I do want to hear more about that. And I do want to get more into that because let me tell you, y'all conspiracy theorist people can be really fucking annoying and really problematic. But yeah, Queen Osset definitely did like start it and said this is what he's going. But I think again, look at the temperament at the time that was going on. This was the height of the riots and the protests that were going on. Well, they're the same thing. At the result of George Floyd's death and Breonna Taylor and so on and so forth, you know? And it's like enough is enough, you know? And it's like that was like a response to that. And so yeah, John, that's his name. The moderator, yeah. Yeah, that him. So so yeah, she and I think what was needed was I think what I think kind of again, it's very easy for me to say from the outside, but I think a good idea would have been everyone do their own video, talk about the situation at hand, Black Lives Matter, police brutality, racism in the US, white supremacy and being anti-racist, all that. And whether to keep that in the general whole or in just the tarot community itself. Because let me tell you, whichever one, it's needed and it's important, but I think you got to know to pick your battles, you know? Forest versus the trees, what are we going to do? Because let me tell you, white supremacy, it's a huge fucking forest, all right? We got to, but the more we chop down those trees, I mean, anyways, but again, but yeah, John, yeah, again, it's like, John, he was putting out really good ideas and really good topics. I don't think he was trying to move away from uncomfortable topics. I think there was just so much that he wanted to talk about and bring up that wasn't like on topic, you know. Pick a topic, go with it for a while. Let's see. The only time I dislike the word huge. Yeah, and it's hard to moderate so many people. Again, so many voices. And it's like, what was this last town hall about? I feel like they tried to bring up the topic of Stop Asian Hate in that town hall, and it kind of like was pushed aside, pushed here and there. It kind of brought a little bit, focused a little bit, and then like, but then other stuff came into bring. So it's like, you know. But again, these things aren't going to be solved within like within a limited number of live streams. These town halls, I think, should be viewed as long-term future things to look back on and see and help, you know, again, have the important conversations that need to be had amongst, you know, each other and ourselves and whatever, you know. So yeah, well, there was something. Here we go. This is what I wanted to read. To me, it's like how a therapist still needs their own therapist. I'm a pro reader, but get readings from others. I think I just need a therapist. I think that's what I need. I just need a good therapist. That's what I need. But it's true. Who's moderating the readers, you know? And this is where people are like gatekeeping. They're trying to control us. They're trying to limit us. I'm like, honey, we got to have some accountability, you know? The shit we read, the shit we go through, the questions that we get asked, you got to have the right temperament and preparation for that. And again, it's like, this is why people say after you do a reading, you cleanse yourself and you cleanse the deck and you prepare yourself. Although it is for spiritual, it is mostly spiritual, you know, like to make sure the energies don't get onto you, get into your soul, whatever. It should also apply to your mental state as well. All right. My hands are moving a lot. Just wait till you see all the Asian tarot tubers mukbang. I don't think that would work because let me tell you, the desk space, there's not enough space for that. It's like Food, large orders of food, or tarot haul unboxing. How many decks were you able to unbox? Why? Do you still have decks that still need to be unboxed? And look at that, Aaron here. There are very few people I'll get a read from, and I'm one of them. Well, I mean, I'm humbled. Well, am I humbled? No, that's not the right term. Thank you. I'm happy to be of service. But it's like, yeah. Anyways, good luck finding one. Finding what? One what? But you see, let's see. Where's his name? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He was saying he was trying to pull this shit again. This is one thing I'm talking about here. This is just this person. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did he leave his chat? No. Where is he? Where did he go? That goatee guy. Where'd he go? Where is he? Where'd you go? But what he was trying to do there, he's like, there's a fraudulent tarot tube or whatever. That's the shit that's been like trolling other smaller channels and shit that's been going around recently in these live tarot readings. And it's like what, you know, oh, good luck finding a good therapist. Again, that's where you gotta like move around and find the one that works for you. Again, it's like, yeah, here we go. This guy right here. So it's like, I know what you're doing. And who is it? He never said. Yeah, he's gone. He left because I forget. Is it because I called him out? He's probably still watching. But again, that shit's been he's just doing it to fuck with us. Let me tell you, it's some fucking gaslighting shit. Let me tell you. Because again, I've had it done to me where a lot of people have spammed me and saying such and such tarot reader is saying that you're a fraud. And then they're gonna go to another channel that does live readings and do it to them. And I had to block a shit ton of people. Well, probably fake account, but yeah, the secret is out. And then they go around saying, "Oh, I have a Tiger's Nation." I'm like, "Where? Look at this is a peak in recent times. This is a highlight. This is peak viewership recently. Rarely do I ever surpass like 10, 15 viewers on this. So I'm like, where's my Tiger Nation? Where are they? Maybe they're asleep or they're at work, But again, he's essentially just saying like that shit to fuck with us and to, it's Sanskrit blue. So yeah, maybe in the next month or so, I'll invest some of my money into getting readings from other tarot readers and all that, because I do like to see that. Because I think that is true, seeing who's a good reader, who's not, what it's like getting a reading, and what it's like, how would you like, to be treated as. It's like, the term, it's like treat others as you would prefer to be treated. And if you don't know how you're treating others and what it's like to get a reading and how you're treating other people, how are you going to know to properly treat other people? My mom calls it good bedside manners. It's like, well, I before I got sick with the valley fever, I was going for stuff for my acne. I was taking my acne medication. I was going to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist I was going to, I was like, she's very clear, direct, no bullshit, direct to the point to me. I thought like, okay, here's the issues. Here's what we're going to try out. Here's what we're going to do. But to my mom, it was very much like, again, she called it poor bedside manners. I'm like, And that's the thing with like, finding the right doctor and finding the right, so yeah. Oh, well, good morning, Sanskrit Blue. Now I know when to go live. Because I love Sanskrit Blue's channel. Storking in the background. Yeah, people be lurking. I think a majority of the people here lurk. That's why I think I should maybe do a podcast, but I'm like, no. I'm like, I already have too many ideas. I got to focus on one and go through it. So yeah, I don't even know what this. I don't even know what to do with this. Like, what to do with this live stream? I'm getting hot. It's getting really warm. Um, I should have. I have a little fan here. But I don't know if I should turn it on. I don't know. Yeah. Pay extra for what? Wait, what? What? I'm missing something. Did I miss something? Take it out. No. Oh, thank you, Sanskrit Blue. I appreciate that. No, I'm not. For my OnlyFans. When it gets too hot and steamy, subscribe to my OnlyFans. $20 or up subscription. Striptease time. I'm not going to do that because, you know, body dysmorphia is real and I hate my body. He's got, oh my god, no. Y'all have been in quarantine for too long. Y'all need to get vaccinated and get out there already, because I know I need to be drinking water. I haven't been drinking water. I need to drink water. No. More than that, please. $5, please. I'm here for your beautiful brain. You see, she loves a personality. Sanskrit Blue loves a personality. Let me see. Do I have some water here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm not gonna die of thirst. So there we go. I think I've said everything that I needed to say. I think I got out everything. I think I cleansed everything out. Oh, yes. No, I couldn't do that. I don't want to get struck by lightning. As Sailor Mercury says, hydrate, bitch. What's weird is that Mercury is the one that's like a watery planet. It's like, but Mercury isn't a really watery elemental planet. Neptune would be. So I don't know why she has the water. I don't know. I guess maybe because Mercury is in a liquid state, but it's like it's a metal. It's like, I don't know. Sailor Mercury. If if Sailor Moon was truly more hermetic than what it was, then Sailor Mercury would have been the main character. But the moon is also very important too. They just, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think so. I mean, I just don't see the. I don't know. There are. Ooh. I mean. Oh my god! If there's not, there needs to be. They all need to be. They all need to be. They need to be gatekept. The OnlyFans tarot readers need to be gatekept. We do not claim them. Just kidding. Is there a bug flying around? Girl. They even switched Saturn and Pluto. Yeah, mostly girls. Wait, what's that? Oh, okay, mostly girls. Oh, I mean, girl. I thought the gays would be all over that, but I guess not. How many straight guys are on OnlyFans? Now we're getting into other topics that I can't even. Anyways, there's a lot of yeah. So what did we learn? What did we learn again? What did I? Of Beelzebub. Oh, there is a gay new tarot. Okay, work. I claim the naked tarot. It's like, okay, how can you focus on the message if you're just looking at there, you know? $9.99 a month. I think you'd be worth more than that. But then again, it's like, are you paying for the reading, or are you paying for the view? You know? Let's see. Hierarchy bad, naked tarot good. I mean, that's very true. That is very true. But it's like, that's just it. It's like, okay, you know, I think that's that's why I'm okay. I think maybe like how it is with court cards, how it's like you have your people. It's very easy to instill with the title King, Queen, Knight, and Page. You go King, Queen, Knight, Page. And it's like no, that's not the best way to do it. You got to go King, Queen, Knight, Page, and back around and go around in the wheel. And go backwards around the wheel and make it a ring. And so make it more like a cycle of steps. So it's not like it's like the zodiac wheel. Not one sign is better than another. Each has their strengths and all that, and each has their influences upon each of us. So it's like if we are viewing like learning tarot as something as a process of like who's better and who's not as good at things, it depends on where you're at on the wheel, I guess, of learning tarot, the learning tarot cycle, or the hero's journey of your tarot journey, whatever, and it's like you just got to be honest with like where you're at. Except if you're a Capricorn. Absolutely. If Capricorns, the best. Capricorns are the best. Okay. We're here to bring you. We're here to bring y'all down to earth and keep it real. And tell you, here's what it's really like, in a way, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, who knows if I'll keep this up? I will most likely be doing like an addendum live stream to this topic and further discuss the topic of discussion here. So yeah, I mean, with an Aquarius cusp, I mean, honey, are you truly a Capricorn? I mean, a page, more like a page of swords. It says I'm in my head a lot. And this is why I like the Thoth, because it goes king, queen, or no, knight, queen, prince, and princess. There's the hierarchy is more or less the cyclical aspect of the court cards are much more instilled in that, and you can much more obvious rather than like the king, queen, knight, and page, because it's like you see a page, you're like, okay, like how can they compete with a king or a queen? Oh yeah, Sanskrit blue girl, we get it. It's a whole lot. Oh no, I am so sorry, Lucy's reflection. No, that's just you're very neat, critical, organized, I'm assuming, but very critical, I would say. Lucy, if I need something reviewed, I'm going to send it to you. If I need something critiqued, I'm going to send it to Lucy. Mercury and Mars. Oh, girl. So you're pretty much, well, I mean, Okay. Gemini Sun, Virgo Moon, and Taurus Rising. I mean, how would that be? Okay. Very, very structured, I would say, with the Taurus Rising on the surface. But I think it's like I think that structure is definitely hinged on maybe cycles, I would say. And Gemini Sun, I would say again. I have to say, like, there's something about probably like you said, page of swords in your head a lot, and learning systems, I would have to say as well. Yeah, I ain't no astrologer. I'm just trying to exercise I'm trying to flex my astrology knowledge that I've learned so far. I'm barely on Mars. Give me a chance here. I'm still got to learn the houses. Okay. The houses are probably the most confusing part of it. So yeah. Okay. Good night. Tell Raven Tarot. Go get your sleep. This has been exhausting. I'm like trying to stay up to see what, to pass the time while my new nephew comes into the world. So yeah. I need to shower too. Maybe I should log off now. End it while it's good. I don't know. Yeah, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I love Capricorns. Oh, good. Sanskrit. That apostrophe was not intended. And trying to be perfect. Yeah, that's the Virgo moon and the Taurus rising there. So flexible, huh? Oh wow. Oh. Remember to take, well, if you're gonna shower with the tarot, you can only use plastic tarot cards, which you don't like having. Thank you, Tell Raven Tarot. There was something I was gonna reply to. Oh right, flexing. That's another thing. That's a whole nother thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, but no, I think that's another thing off topic of this, and we'll save it for another one. So yeah, hello Shuffle Tarot. Let's see. Get the mood tarot deck. No, thank you. I don't want that one. Oh. I just triggered why. With the flexing. I call it flaunting because that's it's like look what I got, you know? It's like, but it's also because it's like when I'm collecting and I'm buying a deck, it's like sometimes there's a deck like that Dior Tarot. I'm on the hunt for it. Probably one of the more impossible decks to find. Probably not going to be able to even get my hands on it. But if I do get my hands on it, I am for sure going to share it on my channel because I'm like, hey, look at this, you know? Like, look at this, what I found. Because let me tell you, like it's there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it, and it's like there's a lot. I'm saying there's a lot to it because I really don't know what to really say to saying like tarot collecting and using your tarot collection as a flex. It's like, honey, it's like, yeah, I may have the Tarot of Delphi and I may have all these Baba Studio decks, but I can't fucking drive for shit. I don't pay my own bills, you know. Let me be honest here, you know. You know, but it's like it's a thing. It's a thing. There's a lot to that, but yeah. I do want the Dior Tarot. The Dior Tarot looks so like, I'm like, where is that? It needs to be printed. It needs to be sent to a printer, and it needs to be mass produced. I'm just kidding, not mass produced. It needs the Baba Studio treatment, or like I don't know. I hope the artist is able to use it, you know, is able to put out the deck, I guess, available to people if he can. I don't know. Fingers crossed, we can only dream and hope. But anyways, I will continue. I'll have to continue reading these comments. Yeah, moderately produced would have to be the phrase. Yeah. It'd be like again, self-publish it, you know, like just a print run or 3 or 5, because it's so cool. It's like nothing looks like it. Well, I mean, like, yeah, there are round decks out there, but again, like, for it to be black and white and for it to look that gorgeous, that beautiful, I just like, wow. It's wow. And it's like, yeah, wow. Anyways, what else is there? Is there anything else? Is there anything else to focus on? Yeah. I don't know what else to focus on. Conclusion. Don't invite me onto that town hall. Just yet. Just yet. I want to reiterate that. Don't invite me yet. I can already sense the email popping into my email box. I'm like, not yet. No, not yet. Not yet. Because it's like, yeah. Anyways, because I mean, like, word gets around, girl. Word gets around, and like, yeah. I mean, ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know if you can see my hair, but anyways, I think we're done here. I think I've talked myself out. I think I'm ready to go take a shower, chill out, maybe. I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I just got myself into a bigger mess with this live stream. I don't know what it is, but like I said, this is very reactionary. This is very, this is very. Let me tell you, this is not like my end all be all comment on this situation at hand. And there's definitely more to be said about this because, again, no, Tiger Nation, calm down. Like again, it's like I don't have a Tiger's Nation. Like, what? I can barely, I can, I can like barely take care of myself. What makes you think I can lead a whole group of people? Like, what? Look at me. I can barely stay focused on this thing. I'm trying to like move into logging off, but I don't want to log off. But it's like there's nothing to talk about, and it's like, thank you. You see, that's why I did that. Just for the attention and the compliments. I recommend the side braid. I can't braid my hair. Well, maybe I can. I'll have to try. But I won't. I don't know. It needs to be trimmed, but I don't want to get a haircut. I kind of just want to let her grow out. Just go crazy, you know? Yeah. I tried the man bun. I tried to put a man bun. Y sends me the video to do a man bun. I think I've only been able to do a man bun once properly by myself. What else? Oh, this thing right here? It's the White Newman tin. It's Shane and Lucy Peralta, Lucy Aqua de Luna. It's their favorite deck at the moment. You think I'm obsessed with it? They're even more obsessed. I do want to take out this insert thing that's in here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know. Yeah, you guys can't really tell. It's like a. Or you too far away. My hair just starts falling out over the internet. No, there is no Tiger's Nation. There is no Tiger's Nation. Watch, now I'm going to start gaslighting people. I secretly do have a Tiger's Nation. I'm going to call that my Patreon. And I'm going to give a shout out to the channel who kind of brought it about. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh my god, I'm so sorry that I completely forgot his channel name. But I'll mention it. It's in a previous live stream. You know, I emailed him. I need to check the email. I'm like, what's his name? Third-Eyed Lion. Yeah, the Third-Eyed Lion. That's his name. He does readings. He does like Norse divination. I haven't seen much of his content, so AKA I've only seen like a thing or two that concerns like what was going on with apparently a troll and pinning shit on me. I'm like, wait, no. So I don't know what type of content is on there, so I will put that huge disclaimer there. So I don't know, but again, if it's something that if you like his reading style, maybe you guys will like that. But anyways, just to get the split, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, to get rid of the split ends, keep it tidy. Yeah, but I just don't want it. I don't know. I want it. Yeah, You don't mess with perfection. This is far from perfection. This is just long. Is it perfect or is it long? What were we saying? Quality and quantity. leader of the tiger. No, that's just as bad. Like I said, don't put me on a pedestal. I'm the last person to put the last thing that I was in charge for being in charge as a leader on something did not play out right. Don't put me as a leader on something. I'm just here talking my ass off, wasting my breath, and wasting my money, really. So yeah, let me see if I can take this out. It's a little tricky. Come on, there we go. Ooh. You see, and then they go and they cover this beautiful gold inside with that black. Look at that. Look at her. I love that. I'm gonna put stuff in here. I need to put stuff in here. Here, look. I'm gonna put my tarot cloths in here. How about that? Let me get these books out of the oh! Dropping stuff. There we go. Putting all my cloths and bags in there. I might move what's in the shoe boxes. Where are the shoe boxes? Yeah, right here. I might move the tarot bags and the shoe boxes into these, maybe. I would like that. I would. If you guys don't want your white Newman tin box, send them to me. Just kidding. Reminds me of pedal stool. I don't know from that. I can only imagine the stool with pedals on it. Anytime I hear someone on a pedestal, I think of pigs with oranges or apples in their mouth. Oh my god. It's again, it's like and it's very easy to put respect and things like, it's like, oh, I respect the work that this person's doing and I respect the things that this person is saying and doing, but then it's like you hear one opinion or something that they have and you're like, oh, wait a minute. And then you realize, oh, wait, they're not perfect and they actually do some messed up shit and they're not great. And it's like, you got to take the person as a whole, It's like people are like calzones. It's like there's amazing stuff in there, but then also you get fucking mushrooms in there, and it's like, what's going on here? And you kind of just, and it's not to let the mushrooms pass off. It's to suddenly start putting the idea like, okay, maybe don't put mushrooms in the calzone. Learn to tell people, hey, mushrooms really aren't that great, but here I am eating pineapple on pizza. So what do I know? Apparently that's an atrocity to people. Apparently that's a human rights violation to some people. Putting pineapple on pizza. Let me know right now, should pineapple be on pizza or not? Because I actually like pineapple on pizza. Mushrooms are in the dark, and that's where they grow, right? Mold and fungus likes to grow in the dark, and in I think warm, humid areas. Think about that. There we go. Yes, we got one. Pandora Lacora. She is part of the Tigers Nation. You can only be part of the Tigers Nation if you support me on Patreon and you eat pineapple on pizza. I don't even have a Patreon set up yet. I do need to get that worked out. Pineapple all day, Messiah. Oh, really? I'm surprised at that. Oh, look at that. Fairy Wren as well. Oh, what's this? No pineapples. Pineapple is dessert. You see, I think that's what it is. For me, pineapple isn't really a dessert. It's a snack, yes, and it can be in cakes and desserts and all that. But one of the things that we like to do, because I'm Mexican, is we have pineapple with chili powder on it. That's the best way. I call it tajin, because that's the brand. Tajin chili powder, and so there, it's like you really can't consider that. If it's spicy, you can't consider that a dessert. Let's just be logical here, huh? Anchovy on pizza. I mean, I'm thinking of like the fishiness. I'm just no. Pineapple is fruit, but so is tomato. uh, Pineapple is breakfast. You see, you guys relate the pineapple to its sweetness. I've learned to have the sweetness with also the spiciness and the savoriness, rather, and the sourness as well, for fruits and all that. Pizza's really good for your gut, full of really, huh? I have not tried anchovy. It just weirds me out. I don't know why. I've procured a good following on my chat, on my live streams here. And I was about to log off and I was like, am I in a safe space? And now I know with all these pro pineapple on pizza people, pro pineapple on pizza people. It's the alliteration for me. Anchovy is salty, not fishy taste. Okay, I'm having an idea of as to what, but I still don't want to try it. I still don't want to try it. Keep the ocean in the ocean. But then here I go. But I love sushi though. So it's like if I can eat sushi, I'm pretty sure I can have anchovies on pizza. You see, I can't have everything on pizza. You know? Would you put raisins on pizza? Can we all agree? Peas and raisins do not go on pizza. Well, you know what? Peas might do like pull some healthy twist on it. You know, I get, you know, maybe, but I still wouldn't go for it. You know, but grapes or raisins? What about raisins? Like, I know people just love to throw raisins into something for no fucking reason. And by people, I mean white people. White Americans, I should clarify. Y'all just love to throw raisins and whatever. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that like, oh my God, I love raisins on pizza. I'm like, no. Dessert pizza. Just make it a pizza. By then, just make a cake. By then, just make a cake. Make a, some, I'm trying to think of another dessert. Pineapple on that. I mean, hey, it's a thing. It's a thing. Eat your pineapples. Hello, evil entity. I literally bought yogurt raisins today. Wait. Are they like yogurt covered raisins? Okay, that's good. That's not too bad, right? Yes, exactly. Sorry, it's a thing. That's one of the things that I got to work through, you know? When I say it's not saying Americans, you know, I say got to make sure clarify United States Americans, North Americans, white Americans, white US Americans. It's like, yeah. Anyways, as soon as we talk about men, as soon as we talk about pineapples and men, evil entity shows up. I was going to make a comment about. No. It's. I make sure to clarify that this is not directed to children, so you can go ahead and do and mention it. You exactly. Hello to my spirit. Welcome back. Naturally so. So you see, this is girl. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I think maybe I should move to Twitch with these live streams, because I feel like with the live stream you can talk about anything, you know. And this is like when it started off with one thing, and now we're talking about pineapples and men. So it's like, yeah, I got through what I needed to say, but I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's just too long. I'm like, you don't have to watch. You can just listen. Just listen. I don't get I don't get why people just don't like put something on and just listen to it in the background. Like I'm like, you know, you can do that. I do it all the time. You see? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, Evolve Entity. Okay. Did I not follow you? I feel like I tried to follow you and then I didn't because I chickened out or something, or I thought it'd be too creepy. I'm gonna check that out. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. Come on. Where's the search? God damn it, Instagram. Instagram, your search function. Just, to manage your girl. There we go. Yeah. How was I not following? There we go. There we go. Oh yes, please do, Aaron. That is true. When you listen, it's like, okay, I'm done watching, and then you move on. You don't really comment, you know. Uh, but it's like, again, this is the point of these like long videos. I'm not doing this for you guys to really see things. I'm really doing it to say what I need to say and say things that I feel like, you know what, I kind of want to vent on this. Live stream so creepy. I found your Instagram without you telling me the second time I got it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's like I don't get it. And it's like my friend Annika, nobody here, she's always like, this is too long, I'll probably edit it down. And it's like, I don't care. But I'm like, I get it. Some people just don't have the attention span, I guess. And, can't handle a long video or whatever. But it's like, girl. And it's like, it annoys me when people like comment or post like a timestamp and be like, this is when the live stream. I'm like, I got shit to say. If I wanted to flip through, I would just flip through it. But I have comments to make on the cards. Just don't get weirded out by the devilish stuff. I mean, I'm already following like Anathema, and a lot of the people that are connected there. So I'm like, and Scarlet Imprint and all that shit. And I'm like, girl, I'm already kind of into it. No, I will not do an OnlyFans. You don't want to see what's under here. Let me tell you. Okay, what you may have, what ideas you may have as to what I look like under these clothes below the screen. You just don't want to deal with that. No. No. Let me work out a bit first, but I probably never will. So cover them cards in plastic baggies and have. I would never do that. I would never do anything like that. Oh, and Aaron, are you a werewolf? Okay, let's settle this right here. Okay, this isn't no Twilight, Team Jacob, Team Edward shit. But this is just a type of personality thing, I feel. Who are you more attracted to? Werewolves or vampires? Ooh, Which is why a part of me is like, am I a furry? When I say I prefer werewolves, I think werewolves are better. Now that Aaron is saying I don't bite after midnight, I'm like, okay. Vampires or werewolves? I like a werewolf. Wolves for the hair, vampires for the immortality. You see, I feel like I'd get too bored. But then on the other hand, I'd also be like, with immortality, I'd be like, I get to see everything, I don't get to miss out. I get to see all the historical moments, but for sure, wolves for, yeah, let's see. I leave for a little and down comes the witches who can drink blood and also turn into beasts. Okay, work. Ooh, she's an omnivore. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah, furry for sure. No, I don't want to be a furry. No. Like that reaction at the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where the guy like turns and starts pointing and screaming at her, and she's like, "No, no, no!" That was Grease and Signals to me. Oh, I'm already an immortal being. I mean, true, I will forever live on the internet as long as these servers stay up to date and alive. Um, Vampires can be hairy too. Where? Wait, no, now I'm thinking of that one vampire in Interview with a Vampire, though. The one that he had a big scythe, I think. Um, yeah. Varwolves. Varwolf is that an intentional spelling? All the way. I see a lot of people wanting to go the middle way, a hybrid of both. I mean, let's be real. It's like, I mean, I mean, I guess. I mean, okay, Underworld, come through, Underworld. Okay. Also, you can only be part of the Tigers Nation if you like Underworld. Oh my god, I love that movie. Love that movie. I need to watch the show, but I love that movie. The little girl vampires that kill pedophiles, I love that. That's my favorite part. Like, what are you guys doing just out here? And they're out in the street and like they're ready to meet up. It's kind of like to catch a predator, but they actually have impact. um where has there ever been a hairy vampire? Where? All I'm thinking of is Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and their Twinkie vampireness, and I'm like, I'm not here for that. uh Intentional spelling, never. The show and the movie. I like the movie. Like I've seen a bit of the show, a little bit. I'm not that excited, but I should watch the show though. But What We Do in the Shadows, love Taika Waititi. Like, we stand, you know. The One in Being Human, UK version. Oh, I'll have to see. Let me look this up. UK being human cast. Let me see this. Oh, it's on Tubi for free. UK being human. Let me see. I'm just gonna look that up and look up. Let me see. Let me also type in vampire. Now I want to see this. Now I'm looking this up. Being okay. Here we go. Oh. That's not a flattering picture. Let me see. Show me more. I want the main character. Is it John Mitchell? Wait a minute. Isn't this? Let me see. Right. Let me see. What is it? Is this the guy? Is this him? No, that's it. That's not him. This is the main one. Let me see. No, that's not what I want. This is the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the main character. Let me see. Someone's gonna say it. Aiden Turner, right? Aiden Turner. Okay, that's what I need. Let me see this. Here we go. Irish actor. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh. Wait, is this Poldark? Yes. I love Poldark. Poldark is very underrated. Like, it needs to break out of the middle class moms. It really needs to break out of the mom demographic for everyone to watch. Like, it's really good. I know the way Taika Waititi shaved, literally saved and shaved Thor. I mean, yes, Poldark for the plot. Absolutely. I will say though, it is good. It's a good show. But yes, okay. Another gate that has to be kept is you have to like Aiden Turner to be and Taika Waititi to be in the Tigers Nation. And watch Poldark. Already there's too many There's too many requirements for people to be in this nation. I aspire to be an Aunt Agatha level of tarot reader. She truly was. The way she just like laid out cards and she's like talking shit and they're like, and she's like, enough of your fortune telling. And she's like, I'm playing solitaire. I guess 2 out of 3. You're on thin ice. I'm just kidding. Not enough gloomy and doomy predictions. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think what movie? What We Do in the Shadows? Or Poldark. I don't even know. Wait, Poldark has a movie. I don't even know anymore. Is Poldark still going on? I don't even know. Anyways, this has gone way off topic. Thankfully, I think the most important things that I needed to talk about and address was in the beginning and then the first hour. So there we go. Like why I'm going to go take a shower because let me tell you, this has a lot of upkeep, okay? Oh, we're on what we do in the shower. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Sometimes I think she had dozens of towers, death, and 10 of swords on purpose. She just kept losing cards, so she had to borrow. She just had to, and eventually she just ended up with a big stack of good drama cards. Let's be real. Okay, so yeah. Bye. Why? Let's see. Now that the fun is gone, what's the point of even going on? I'm just kidding. We'll see. Yeah. You know what I need to do? You know what we need to do? I'm gonna message Y and everyone else and get back on doing another tarot tube and tea, parentheses little t in that tea, and really get into doing another one of those and having another chat there because I think that's what this really needs or something. I'm not sure, but we do need to get back into that because I missed that and that's what we need. So yeah, good night everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And hopefully I'll also do some not live. Hopefully I'll also do some walkthroughs, some flip throughs finally of some of the decks that I got here and start getting back into that and actually, find a comfort with doing walkthroughs and, first impressions videos and, all that and get back into it. Maybe. Anyways, yes, I will. I will enjoy my soaking wet shower. Well, nah. Maybe I'll make it super steamy so I just get moist and then I just get out and call it a day there, Anyways, thank you everyone for stopping by and I will see you all in the next live stream or video, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, and look out for my Patreon, which should be, I don't know, I'll work on it. I have ideas, but we'll see. I don't know. So yeah. Bye everyone.